Jesus Christ.
Ой, ничего себе! Что это? Wow.
Envision looking at your feed or flipping through channels, and out of nowhere, it is right there, a picture or a video of somebody who seems to be Jesus Christ. Whether it's a secretive figure in the mists, a face in a piece of toast, or even a shadow on a wall, individuals have been spotting what they accept to be Jesus for a very long time.
Well, that looks like a face. And I looked at it more clearer, and I'm like, well, that just looks like Jesus.
Presently, I've ordered a rundown of multiple times when Jesus Christ was probably gotten on camera. A portion of these sightings are endearing, others are out and peculiar, and a couple may very well make you raise an eyebrow in suspicion, so fasten your seatbelts because this will be one great roller coaster of a story. Number 20. Jesus in the Notre Dame fire. Imagine this, just picture it. An ordinary April Monday in 2019, and all of a sudden, Paris's heart is burning. The Notre Lady Church, which has forever been the image of France's legacy and history, is ablaze. Something strange occurs amidst this frightfulness. A few sharp-looked-at witnesses guarantee to observe the figure of Jesus Christ in the midst of the smoke and blazes. Yes, you got that right. Jesus showing up like a divine signal right at the center of one of the most devastating accidents recently.
According to the Daily Mail, one mother's started a debate online as to whether or not a Christ-like figure is seen in this photo.
It was a brutal inferno that blazed through a 13th century wooden framework, reducing to ashes the iconic spire which had risen high for ages. However, among all these ruins, something miraculous happened. Firefighters and volunteers held hands together, forming human chains to save irreplaceable treasures, including the crown of thorns alleged to have been worn by Jesus. This tremendous effort of humanity was hoped as the cathedral burnt down. The aftermath was equally dramatic. Donations came from all corners, with billionaires, millionaires, and ordinary folks chipping in funds for its reconstruction efforts. And afterwards, there was that scary, strong picture of Jesus in the flares.
This image is sending social media into overdrive. Some say it shows the figure of Christ in the midst of the flame.
Whether you see it as an indication of help from above or simply a strangely formed puff of smoke, it turned into an image of trust and versatility. It reminded everybody that even in the haziest times, there's generally a flicker of something more noteworthy, something that associates all of us. Number 19. The Bulgarian church incident. During the 1990s, a VHS recording from a Bulgarian chapel gathering got a secretive figure that some accepted to be Jesus Christ. The figure, donning long hair and straightforward robes, stood quietly at the rear of the assemblage, unnoticeable until the tape was explored. This started a blend of wonder and doubt among the individuals who saw the video, which discusses seething about whether it was a supernatural appearance or an instance of mixed-up personality. Adding to the interest is an old illustration in the Bulgarian church in Dobrajsko.
Nobody remembers seeing him. They only saw him after the video guy noticed him on the video. The guy who looks like Christ,
which portrays Jesus Christ against a foundation that strikingly looks like a rocket. Painted in 1614, this picture drove some to hypothesize about its importance, while specialists contend it's an unexpected event. The painting, alongside one more from the 13th 100 years in Sofia, shows Christ in what has all the earmarks of being a UFO-like oval, further filling wild speculations about divine experiences and old outsider innovation. In spite of master clarifications that these are just creative understandings normal in Byzantine workmanship, the secretive episode and these unconventional artworks keep on charming minds, mixing legends, strict conviction, and current interest into a captivating story that won't blur from public talk. Number 18. Cloud Jesus in Argentina. In 2019, an entrancing episode happened in Argentina when occupants of San Salvador de Jujuy recognized a cloud arrangement that looked like Jesus Christ. The picture immediately spread across web-based entertainment, with numerous local people and spectators assuming it's as a heavenly sign. The cloud showed up during a strict festival, adding to the feeling of miracle and profound importance among the observers. The photo taken showed a figure with outstretched arms like the famous Christ the Savior sculpture in Rio de Janeiro. While certain individuals were persuaded this was a marvelous appearance, others were more distrustful, crediting the shape to an unplanned cloud design instead of an otherworldly occasion. There were different responses, going from amaze and motivation to incredulity and entertainment. This cloud Jesus in Argentina is only one of many occasions where individuals have professed to see strict figures or images in normal peculiarities. Such events frequently mix profound feelings and conversations about confidence and the human tendency to track down significant examples in our general surroundings. Whether seen as a phenomenal sign or a simple happening, the cloud development in Argentina remains an important and fascinating occasion for some. Number 17, the voice of Jesus. Envision having the option to hear the voice of Jesus himself. While we can't know precisely the way in which he sounded, a wonderful occasion shows that his message can in any case contact us in strong ways. On September 11, 1999, something phenomenal occurred during the World Marian Harmony Rally in New York City's Battery Park. Many individuals from around the world had accumulated for this strict occasion, taking part in different exercises, including a mass at their nearby church. As Father Gerard raised the heavenly host during the sanctification, something mind-blowing occurred. His voice was unexpectedly different, becoming further and shaking with a powerful presence.
This is my body, which will be given up for you.
The words that followed didn't appear to be his own, yet rather appeared to come straightforwardly from Jesus Christ himself. This happened 2 times during the request. In the first place, when Father Gerard raised the host, and afterward again when he lifted the cup. In the voice of Jesus, he declared, "For my body will be surrendered for you." The gathering was profoundly moved and awestruck, accepting they had seen a genuine indication of Christ talking through the minister. Many individuals present felt that Jesus had immediately assumed control over Father Gerard's soul to convey an honest, strong message and respect. The air in the congregation was electric, loaded up with a blend of shock and significant commitment as the meaning of this remarkable second settled upon the participants. Number 16, Virgin Mary, crying. Seeing the Virgin Mary crying has consistently charmed the followers. 2 such occasions, isolated by time and distance, have profoundly contacted the individuals who saw them. In a little church in New Mexico, a sculpture of the Virgin Mary, known as Our Woman of Guadalupe, started to sob what resembled tears of oil. Subsequent to looking at it closely, specialists observed that the substance was a blend of olive oil and a scented heavenly oil utilized in the Catholic Church called chrism.
Some are calling it a miracle. People are coming from all over to visit a Hobbs church after hearing its Our Lady of Guadalupe statue started to cry.
As insight about the sobbing sculpture spread, it drew individuals from varying backgrounds who needed to see the marvel for themselves. Many felt a profound feeling of harmony and otherworldly association within the sight of the crying Virgin, showing the force of confidence despite the secret. Simultaneously, in the Mexican town of El Waterway, a comparable occasion happened. Tears were seen streaming down the substance of a sculpture of the Virgin Mary, with her eyes seeming red as the drops fell. For local people, the tears were an indication of heavenly assistance and a call for harmony. Number 15, Fire Rainbow Angel. In the modest community of Camden, South Carolina, something extraordinary occurred overhead that left everybody stunned. On an unmistakable blue day, a cloud gave the idea that was not normal for some other. Its shape and varieties were striking to such an extent that individuals couldn't accept the obvious reality. As everybody looked into, they saw that the cloud closely resembled a holy messenger, with outstretched wings that appeared to convey harmony and elegance. The arrangement was so clear and obvious that it nearly appeared to be cut by an undetectable hand. While certain individuals thought the heavenly messenger-like shape may be because of high-flying aeroplane trails or an interesting climate occasion, others accepted it was something more otherworldly. To them, the cloud was an indication of the heavenly, a sublime being spreading the word about its presence in an amazing and wonderful manner. Number 14, the Chapel of Saltillo. In the core of Saltillo, Mexico, a video arose that immediately caught the world's eye. The recording, supposedly taken inside a neighborhood church, showed something uncommon. A sculpture of Jesus seemed to open its eyes. This video was shared by Ivan Escamilla, who calls himself a paranormal master. The video turned into a web sensation, with Escamilla demanding that it was genuine. He guaranteed that different specialists and ministers had analyzed the recording and agreed it was true following quite a while of cautious investigation. In any case, the Roman Catholic Church in Saltillo immediately excused the video, needing nothing to do with what individuals were calling a wonder. Cynics likewise showed up, saying the video was logical, a sloppy trick, or a sharp altar. In spite of these questions, many individuals were entranced by the video and watched it over and again. Some highlighted sacred text, recommending that the episode could be an indication of the final days or a firm warning about Satan's ability to delude and deceive devotees. In outline, while some saw a marvel, others saw a stunt. The discussion proceeds, with individuals on the two sides watching and pondering the real essence of the sanctuary of Saltillo occurrence. Number 13. Image of Christ on Rock. Shay House, an inhabitant of Virginia, found her typical morning run transformed into something phenomenal. She cherished investigating new paths close to her grounds, yet one morning along the Blackwater River Trail, only a couple of miles from Freedom College, her routine changed totally. During her run, Shay saw a huge stone that grabbed her eye. As she drew nearer, she was flabbergasted to see what resembled the substance of Jesus on the stone. She was so moved by this revelation that she felt a sense of urgency to impart it to other people. Energized, Shay took out her telephone and began recording a video. She focused in on the stone and called attention to the definite highlights that looked like Jesus' face.
Well, that looks like a face. And I looked at it more clearer, and I'm like, well, that just looks like Jesus.
All through her run, she had been paying attention to acclaim and love music on her telephone and taking minutes to say thanks to God. It appeared to be that her confidence had been compensated with this mind-boggling sight. She's revelation turned into a unique second for her, mixing her affection for running with her profound confidence, and she realized it was something that would definitely merit offering to the world. Number 12. Jesus in Israel. In the bone-dry Negev desert of Israel, a group of archaeologists made a historic revelation that shed new light on the beginning of Christianity. The site, an enormous old cultivating town named Shivta, had for quite some time been important to those trying to uncover the mysteries of the past. Much to their dismay that their underthings would lead them to an unparalleled find, an early portrayal of Jesus Christ. As the archaeologists uncovered the leftovers of the old town, they coincidentally found a wall painting that had marvelously persevered through the hundreds of years. Though the craftsmanship was significantly dissolved, the group might in any case make out the elements of the picture. This portrayal of Christ was outstandingly not quite the same as the customary picture that has been diffused in our shared mindset. Rather than the long, streaming hair and unshaven look regularly seen, this picture showed Jesus with short, wavy hair, a gloomy look, and a prolonged nose. This one-of-a-kind portrayal tested customary thoughts and gave an uncommon look into how early Christians in the district could have imagined their rescuer. This disclosure not just advances how we might interpret early Christian craftsmanship, yet additionally features the manners by which Jesus was portrayed in various networks. It opens up new roads for examination and offers an interesting investigation of the social and imaginative expressions of early Christian social orders. Number 11. Seen on a landslide. In 2015, an overwhelming landslide hit the town of Putumayo in Colombia, passing on the occupants to manage the gigantic eradication and disarray. Many homes were demolished and the region was shrouded in rubble and garbage. In the midst of this calamity, local people saw something exceptional. There, in the reshaped earth, was a picture that appeared to look like the essence of Jesus Christ. The expression of this extraordinary sight immediately spread all through the local area. Before long, many individuals were advancing toward the landslide site, anxious to see the heavenly picture that had shown up in the midst of the fiasco. This baffling and unnatural likeness to Jesus brought a feeling of stunningness and marvel to individuals of Putumayo during an undeniably challenging time. Number 10. Jesus appears in Italy. In the wonderful beachfront town of Agropoli, Italy, a man named Alfredo Lo Bruto caught a second that immediately caught the world's eye. Alfredo, who generally didn't share much on the web, was snapping a photo of a dusk over the Mediterranean Ocean. As the sun went down, he saw something unbelievable. The beams of light radiating through the mists appeared to frame a picture that closely resembled Jesus Christ. Entranced by what he saw, Alfredo immediately snapped a picture, feeling a staggering desire to impart this lovely sight to other people. He said, "I was charmed by the view. I quickly felt like I believed others should see it since it was so gorgeous." At the point when he posted the image, the reaction was astonishing. Individuals from everywhere were struck by how much the picture in the mist looked like the popular Christ the Savior sculpture in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. In any case, as individuals looked nearer, they saw something much more captivating. The figure in the mists had all the earmarks of being wearing a crown with arms outstretched, similar to customary portrayals of Jesus Christ. This locating started numerous conversations about confidence, the force of nature, and the possibility that heavenly messages may be conveyed through the excellence of the regular world. Alfredo's photograph showed a stunning scene as well as created excitement among the individuals to ponder the association between the heavenly and the miracles of nature. Number 9. Jesus in Philippines. In the Philippines, a Filipino vlogger chose to film her old neighborhood. She didn't anticipate catching anything uncommon, simply the quiet environmental factors. Be that as it may, as she was recording, she saw something uncommon overhead. The sun was looking through the mists, making a curve like development. Shockingly, it seemed to be Jesus Christ. From the outset, she didn't appreciate it since the weather conditions were cloudy and appeared to be mediocre. However, when she zoomed in with her camera, she was left puzzled. The picture of Jesus in the mist was extraordinarily point by point and clear, as though it had been painted there. Amazed by what she had seen, she immediately imparted the recording to her devotees. She realized they would be similarly flabbergasted by this inconceivable sight. The video spread quickly, with many individuals communicating their amazement and marvel at this supernatural cloud development. Number 8. The Colombian Miracle. During the coronavirus pandemic, when the world was loaded up with dread and vulnerability, something which has never occurred in a modest community in Colombia took place. The town, called Margan, situated in the northern piece of the nation, was under severe lockdown like the remainder of the country. In spite of this, an unimaginable occasion happened that grabbed the eye of individuals all over. Bits of hearsay began spreading about a tree in Margan, whose branches had marvelously taken the state of Jesus Christ on the cross. From the get-go, many individuals thought this was only talk. However, when photographs of the tree started appearing on the web, the question transformed into surprise. Despite the fact that the public authority had requested everybody to remain inside, many individuals profoundly moved by this alleged supernatural occurrence couldn't avoid going to see it. They came to the site to track down comfort, appeal to God for the people who had kicked the bucket from the infection, and feel a feeling of heavenly presence. The tree immediately turned into a position of journey, with candles and contributions showing up at its base. Individuals visited the tree looking for comfort and solace during a period of extraordinary misfortune and dread. This marvelous occasion brought trust and a feeling of locality to the people who required it most during the pandemic. Number 7. Jesus in Ohio. In 1986, a little horticultural handling plant in Fostoria, Ohio, turned into the focal point of a shocking occasion that would forever change its character. This town, principally known for creating soybean oil, out of nowhere acquired popularity for a significantly more exceptional explanation. Word began spreading among local people that a picture of Jesus Christ had appeared out of nowhere on one of the new soybean oil capacity tanks.
I went there last night to see the side of a storage tank that some believe carries an image of Christ.
This was a period sometime before web-based entertainment could make such news turn into a web sensation with a solitary snap. However, the story spread like quickly through the local area. Individuals from everywhere the region started rushing to the modest community, causing huge gridlocks along Ohio Highway 12 among Findlay and Fostoria. Old paper chronicles from that time show streets loaded with curious spectators, all anxious to observe this revealed supernatural occurrence. As the sun set and the moon rose, many individuals assembled in a green field, their eyes fixed on the yellow-painted tank. Incredibly, they saw what appeared to be the obvious outline of a robed Jesus remaining with a small kid. Cynics addressed why the child of God would decide to show up on a modern soybean oil tank, yet the feeling of stunningness and respect that swirled into the atmosphere was evident. The locating started a flood of feeling and conviction among the group. The occasion transformed the tranquil town of Fostoria into a position of strict importance practically short-term, leaving an enduring effect on all who saw it. Number 6. The 9/11 Memorial. A man visiting the 9/11 Memorial in Hoboken, New Jersey, encountered a snapshot of significant confidence and recognition. While remaining by the Hudson Stream and taking photos of the recognition in the light setting up, he saw something momentous. As the light emissions rose into the night sky, he saw a figure at the highest point of one of the shafts. This outline seemed to be Jesus Christ, as though he was drifting over the stream, offering a gift to the spirits of the individuals who had kicked the bucket. The picture he caught immediately became a web sensation via virtual entertainment, carrying solace and desire to many individuals impacted by the misfortune. For the families and friends and family of the people in question, seeing this figure of Jesus watching over the remembrance brought a feeling of harmony and conclusion, consoling them that their friends and family were in good company in their last minutes. Number 5. Jesus in Romanian Church. In 2013, one more charming occasion happened in a Romanian church. A guest was recording a video visit through the congregation and later saw something weird in the recording. A figure gave off an impression of being situated inside the congregation, seeming to be Jesus in any event, wearing the natural red scarf frequently found in his portrayals. This revelation drove numerous to ponder, was this a genuine indication of Jesus or simply a complex trick? Number 4. Sighting in Indonesia. One morning in a modest community in Indonesia, the occupants awakened to a phenomenal sight that they could always remember. As they approached their day-to-day schedules, they saw an exceptional cloud development overhead. The cloud had assumed the obvious state of Jesus Christ. Word spread rapidly all through the local area, and individuals hurried outside to see this amazing peculiarity for themselves. Web-based entertainment before long loaded up with pictures and recordings of the dazzling cloud as individuals imparted their shock to loved ones all over the planet. As the sun rose, its beams projected a delightful sparkle on the Christ-like cloud, making it significantly really shocking. The sight filled the town with a feeling of marvel and worship. Many felt they were seeing something really wonderful, an indication of help from above in their regular daily existences. Number 3. The 1992 Mystery. In 1992, a secretive video was caught that has amazed the two specialists and standard individuals for a really long time. This video, recorded sometime before cutting-edge video-altering programming was accessible, shows a sculpture of Jesus lying in a final resting place, totally still and dead. However, at that point, something unbelievable occurs. As the camera continues to record, the top of the Jesus sculpture starts to move. The video has been affirmed as certifiable by the individual who recorded it.
Y platicarnos más acerca de este extraño fenómeno, bonito pero extraño fenómeno.
And throughout the long term, it has been firmly inspected and discussed. Many individuals have attempted to demonstrate that it's a phony or a cunning trick, yet nobody has had the option to make sense of the strange developments of the sculpture. Some accept that the video could show a genuinely paranormal occasion, an indication of heavenly power that goes past the regular regulations. Others figure it very well may be crafted by a skilled editor or a specialist in animatronics. However, the innovation to make such a sensible impact didn't exist at that point. Number 2. Jesus saves the airplane. In 1992, an occasion known as Jesus Saves the Plane caught the attention of individuals around the world.
I've only managed to get it on black and white in this transparency, but this was how the photograph turned out.
A photo surfaced, which many accept shows Jesus Christ watching over a plane in trouble, giving security and direction to its travelers. The photograph was taken during a fierce flight set apart by extreme climate. As the plane shook brutally and dread spread among the travelers, a lady saw an older woman sitting by the window, supplicating quietly. Moved by this sight, the lady moved toward the old woman, finding that they had a similar confidence. Together, they started to appeal to God for help from above, their voices transcending the confusion and terror. Wonderfully, as their requests filled the lodge, the dread started to die down. However the storm went on outside, its anger appeared to diminish, as though their dedication had tempered it. Afterward, when the lady had her photos created, she was flabbergasted to see the figure of a man in the midst of the dimness and lightning. His robe surged in the breeze and his face showed peacefulness and sympathy. This picture has since turned into an image of expectation and confidence for some. Number 1. Angelic appearance on live TV. In the unpredictable universe of live TV, anything can occur, from specialized errors to astonishing visitor appearances. Be that as it may, one occurrence stands apart as really uncommon, making watchers keep thinking about whether they had seen something otherworldly. During seemingly a customary news broadcast, the camera changed to a peaceful woods scene, giving a snapshot of quiet in the midst of the day's titles. However, as the shot waited on this serene scene, something startling grabbed the camera administrator's attention.
Ой, ничего себе! Что это? Wow.
Behind the correspondent, a gleaming light showed up, floating tenderly in the air. From the beginning, individuals thought this shining circle was only a stunt of the light or a focal point flare. In any case, as seconds passed, obviously this was no normal event. Watchers at home watched in awe as the ethereal shine remained on their screens. Its presence was both quieting and puzzling. Numerous hypotheses arose. Some conjectured that it may very well be a UFO, a spooky spectre, or maybe something considerably more secretive. Although one translation stood apart for devotees, the likelihood that this brilliant being was a heavenly messenger, a divine gatekeeper showing up on live TV. The delicate and resolute nature of the light appeared to recommend a considerate presence looking after the world beneath, bringing a feeling of harmony and marvel to all who saw it. Extra angel canon. Have you at any point considered how angels travel among paradise and earth? An inquiry has perplexed individuals for a really long time. While we don't have every one of the responses, there's a pleasant thought called the heavenly messenger canon that gives a perky clarification for this secret. Before you envision seraphs being shot out of a genuine cannon, we should clear up that this thought doesn't have anything to do with fighting. All things considered, the angel cannon is believed to be a brilliant launcher that sends heavenly messengers from paradise to earth at fantastic velocities. A few recordings guarantee to show this saintly vehicle framework in real life. In these clasps, you could see a dash of light, said to be an angel's voyaging so rapidly that the natural eye can scarcely see it. Angels are known for being astonishing, and so it's a good idea that they would utilize a transportation technique that keeps them stowed away. The possibility of angel cannon adds an energetic touch to the subject of how spiritual beings move. It proposes that these heavenly creatures need a quick and tactful method for going among paradise and earth, permitting them to perform their grand responsibilities without causing a lot to notice themselves. From the ancient roads of Jerusalem to the urban areas of today, these fantastic experiences help us to remember the getting through presence and impact of Jesus Christ. Every story we've investigated today isn't just about the extraordinary appearances on camera. It's about the expectation, confidence, and motivation that these minutes bring to millions all over the planet. These surprising sightings, whether seen by devotees or inquisitive doubters, highlight a well-known fact. The effect of Jesus Christ rises above general setting, contacting lives in manners both significant and baffling. Who knows, you could end up at the core of following similar marvelous experiences. Much thanks to you for going along with us on this journey where multiple times Jesus Christ was caught on camera. Try to comment down below on what else you might want to see.